Let's look at destroyed in Joshua. Let's go to chapter 2, verse 10. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the waters of the Red Sea for you, when ye come out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. Let's go to chapter 6, and we want 21. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. Let's go to chapter 8, and we want 24 to 26. And it came to pass, when Israel had made an end of slaying all the inhabitants of Ai in the field, in the wilderness, wherein they chased them, and when they were all fallen on the edge of the sword, until they were consumed, that all of Israel returned to Ai, and smote it with the edge of the sword. And so it was, that all that fell that day, both men and women, of 12,000, even all the men of Ai. For Joshua drew not his hand back within, he stretched out his spear until he had utterly destroyed all the inhabitants of Ai. Let's go to chapter 10, and we want 1 and 2. And it came to pass, when Adai-Zedek, king of Jerusalem, had heard how Joshua had taken Ai, and had utterly destroyed it, as he had done in Jericho and her king, so he had done to Ai and her king, and how the inhabitation of Gideon had made peace with Israel, and were among them. And they feared greatly, because Gideon was a great city, as one of the royal cities, and because it was greater than Ai, and all the men thereof were mighty. Let's skip down to 28. And that day Joshua took Magiddo, Markeda, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and the king thereof he utterly destroyed them, and all the souls that were therein he let none remain. And he did to the king of Markeda as he did unto the king of Jericho. Let's go on down, and we want 38 through 43. And Joshua returned, and all Israel with him, to Debar, and fought against it. And he took it, and the king thereof, and all the cities thereof. And they smote them with the edge of the sword, and utterly destroyed all the souls that were therein. He left none remain, as he had done to Hebron. So he did to Beor, and to the king thereof, as he had done also in Libnah and her king. So Judah smote all the country of the hill, and of all the south, and of the vale, and of the springs, and all their kings. He left none remain, but utterly destroyed all the brethren, as the Lord God of Israel commanded. And Joshua smote them from Kadesh Barnea even unto Gaza, and all the country of Gideon, and to Gibeon. And all those kings and their land did Joshua take at one time, because the Lord God of Israel fought for Israel. And Joshua returned, and all of Israel with him, unto the camp Gilgal. Let's go to chapter 11, and we want 12 to 14. And they smote all the souls that were therein with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying them. There was not any left to breathe. And he burnt Hazor with fire, and all the cities of those kings, and all the kings of them did Joshua take, and smote them with the edge of the sword, and he utterly destroyed them, as Moses the servant of God commanded. But as far as the cities that stood still in their strength, Israel burned none of them, save Hazor only. That did Joshua burn. All the spoils of the cities and the cattle the children of Israel took for a prey unto themselves, but every man they smote with the edge of the sword, until they had destroyed them, left they any to breathe. Let's skip on down to 21. And at that time came Joshua, and cut off the Anakims from the mountains, from Hebron, from Deborah, from Anab, and from all the mountains of Judah, and from all the mountains of Israel. Joshua destroyed them utterly with their cities. Let's go to chapter 23, and we want verse 15. Therefore it shall come to pass, that as the good things are come upon you, which the Lord your God promised you, so shall your Lord bring upon you all the evil things, until he has destroyed you from off this good land, which the Lord your God hath given you. So chapter 24, and we want verse 8. And I brought you into the land of the Amorites, which dwelt on the other side of Jordan, and they fought with you, and I gave them into your hand, that ye might possess their land, and I destroyed them from before you. There is a whole lot of definitions and the strongest concordance to all these that I'm going to be doing in the Old Testament. So please watch out for all the Strong's Concordance, because I'm going to give them at the very end of everything. I'm going to give them all in one tutorial or in one video, however y'all want to look at it.